Hello everyone, and thank you so much for taking the time out to listen. Today we're going to get into 3 areas: spirituality, business, and of course, just growing up, okay? And we're going to use these various websites that we're going to refer to, and they will be in the description box when it comes to the business. Now, spirituality, those of you all who are familiar with me in Enterprise 7, you know I get into wisdom messages, dealing with family, business, spirituality, and relationships. But today we're going to do something a little bit different. My sons are in view. Starting off with Weston. Say hi to the camera. Royce. Dominic.
Hello.
And Mr. Victor.
Hey.
Victor is known as Mr. VPK6 on YouTube. Give us a brief about your channel.
On my channel, I do a lot of like music related, like rap, DJing, singing. We do like karaoke's and stuff like that. What else? Oh, producing, making music, stuff like that. Anything in a music genre you guys can think about other than playing an instrument, that's what I do. So like DJ, rapping, singing, breakdancing, running. I have like track videos and stuff like that.
Okay,
and money making opportunity videos.
Okay, say hi to Dom's camera.
Hey. All right, hey.
Is he able to see?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys heard it first. I do like music, money making opportunities, stuff like that. I have a lot of sports on there. Track and field is basically my #1 on there.
Okay,
so
yeah.
My channel is basically about like entertainment.
I'm gonna zoom in on your phone.
Updates. And yeah.
Okay. Hold your phone up so that we can see. And Weston, how old are you?
9.
Okay. So I'm just giving you guys an idea that the type of material that he has is definitely for children. Okay. All right, we're going to zoom in on Mr. Royce. All right, give us a brief on what your YouTube channel is about.
So my channel is basically really for all ages, from little kids to adults, and basically we do films.
What type of films?
Action films. We had one scary film, which was The Night Living Dummy. It was a 3 movie, like, you know, franchise. A franchise, yeah. That's usually what they call it.
A series?
Yeah, basically. And, like, we do, action films, and we do skits, too. Sometimes we do gaming. We're trying to get back into gaming. Vlogs, and we do a lot of other stuff, so if you want to see that, too, and see what you guys like, subscribe, like, and comment.
All right, much appreciated. Okay, we're going to zoom in over here at Dominic. All right, tell us a little bit.
Well, my channel already knows what.
Go ahead. I was going to say you can kind of sit down in
don't
your chair.
It's okay. My channel already knows what I do, right? So I don't have to explain it to them really. But my channel is, basically I make vlogs and book readings for all ages, from the ages of 9 up to, let's say 30. Like, it's an all age channel. I make a variety of content, a lot of new things on my channel, and as of recently, I also have a second channel, Dom Kempino Gaming, where it's pretty much just video games that I play, nor I end up talking about. So that's pretty much both of my channels, and yeah, that's pretty much all it is.
All right, sounds good. Okay, everyone, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into our meeting today. Today's topic of discussion goes back to the summertime, just to give everybody an update on life lessons. Every time there's a school break, we have what you call a moment where we are going to get into life lessons, the types of things that we need to look out for, things that are going to grow us, mature us, the types of things that are going to keep us on point, especially when it comes to spiritual issues. So without further ado, today's subject is manhood. We're going to talk about observations, and then we will move on to some other information that will not be recorded today, but we will talk about manhood for this particular video because of the types of people that are on NM Enterprise 7 who are into parenting and family and spirituality and all of that good stuff. Yes, Royce?
I actually just found out something. So, if you go up, if you guys can see my computer, there's a little thing right here, and you basically just click on it, and you can basically see your analytics from, like, anytime from the first 90 days.
You're referring to YouTube?
Yeah, to YouTube analytics. But you can basically just go up to this option right here, and then you can see, like, from lifetime, like, all of your YouTube videos, how it was growing, to this month's, or the first 7 days, last week, all that. So, yeah. So I'm on this month, so far we actually been doing pretty good.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. A lot of the videos where I see my YouTube analytics doing quite well are related to the family topics. Okay, so this is why it is important to know your audience and know what they're into. So once again, we're going to go ahead and get into manhood and observations. Being that I am not a boy nor am I a man, the kids are going to pretty much run this portion of the meeting, and then we will move on to some other subject matter. We're going to start off with little Weston. Weston tends to look at quite a few YouTube videos, and I noticed that lately your YouTube videos have a lot of males in them, boys as well as adults. Can you share with us some of the things that you notice that the men are doing in these YouTube videos, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and how it makes you feel? Weston?
Well, most of them, they do like vlogging, and they show their family, go to restaurants, basically vlog, and then sometimes they like pranking their family, and like they do certain things your wife doesn't agree with, like buying $100 shoes or something like that, or buying $200 shoes, and then like the wife's getting mad and stuff, and then some of them just do straight up clickbait.
Okay. And so how does it make you feel when you see some of the pranks and some of the disputing going on over purchases and so forth?
Some of them are funny, and then some of them are like messed up and stuff.
How would you describe some of those men who prank their family?
I really don't know.
What do you think would define a good man based on what you've observed on and off the internet?
Caring for their wife, agreeing with stuff that their wife agrees with, and buying their wife stuff, and taking their wife places and stuff.
What about the children?
Being children.
What I'm talking about is how do you feel in terms of what the man does for the children? Like, what are some things?
Buy some really expensive toys.
You've seen quite a bit of that on YouTube and elsewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially babies.
Yeah, babies do receive a lot, and the fathers are working sometimes 2 and 3 jobs to care for the babies as well as everybody else in the household. Thank you, Weston, for sharing that.
Besides certain wrestling
So
videos.
how do you feel though about men and what the things that you're seeing? Fathers, workers, sons. What are you seeing? What is it that makes you feel good, and what is it that makes you feel sad or even mad that the men are doing or not doing?
Yeah, so there's this one guy. He has like a whole lot of figures, Transformers figures and wrestling figures. But sometimes he buys his kids stuff. Not usually does he buy his wife things. He calls her heel wife and things like that. So like, cause like some sort of wrestling term. But he sometimes doesn't really care for his family. Sometimes when it comes to like getting them stuff, he likes to get like $100 things. And when he buys his kids and his family member stuff, and it's like, okay, that's cool. Or he goes over and buys some other kid something. It's like, yeah, that's nice. But then sometimes he just buys like a bunch of stuff for himself, and then it's just like, okay, you got like 100 or 500, like a lot of toys in your collection, and you're not gonna like give it away. So sometimes it feels good to see him giving stuff away, and sometimes not really.
So far what I'm hearing is that the observations that you guys are sharing have a lot to do with money, buying, okay, consumerism. Notice that the conversation hasn't been about things like honesty, things like perseverance, work ethics. Notice that?
Wow.
That's brainwashing.
It's the world that we live in.
That's brainwashing at its best. The government, as well as society, the people that's within your family, outside of your family, they have been so consumed with all things related to money, to the point where it overrides just the simple things in life, as God has spoke to us about kindness, gentleness, patience, right, respect, love, and all of these other things. Okay, so I'm going to move on to Victor. Victor, share a bit about your observations about manhood, what you are seeing, because from your angle, you're looking at a lot of things dealing with the entertainment industry.
That's so true.
Okay? And you're observing the celebrities, the males. You're also looking at the fathers in the industry as well. So just share with us what you
There's so much random videos I see, but I'm not trying to expose Illuminati, but I've seen a lot of videos like that when I was young. And I think from then, my mind started going like a roller coaster, because I started seeing like celebrities doing certain things, like putting up poses and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, I was a guy that kind of just went along with it when I was young, and there's a lot to see like in the entertainment industry, because you see it on TV, they hide it through kids' cartoons and stuff. And that's why I was kind of like thinking like, oh, I don't really know. But right now I'm in that situation where I'm kind of like going on both. Like I like both, but I don't like every single rapper like in the worldly entertainment, but I like some. So like I played some before, and then I just picked up on stuff that wasn't really like, stuff that people would be like, that's disrespectful, to do that, but that's the entertainment industry they're in. So I'm more like on a positive side. So like I try to like play more Christian rap now than like worldly rap, because I know Christian rap, at least they have a message, because it's all in a story and stuff like that. And I just noticed from just stuff that I like, it's just not happening, because that's not what God called me on, like modeling and DJing. Like gave out there was a flyer to the roller skating place, and so far they haven't like got me. So I was like, yeah, it's not my calling right now.
So when it
So I
comes
noticed
to
anything that I want to do without asking God, that's when I started to go backslide, and I'm like, oh, nothing's happening. I wonder why. 'Cause I'm not
So
listening.
you think that a lot of those males that are in the industry, are they acting in ways that are positive, spiritual?
No, I think they're just all about the money, like sleeping with other celebrities. That's like a big deal, because I feel like they just use NBA players as like just like a boy toy. Like they just use them just for that one moment. Next thing you know, they're gone, and then they just move on. Like I've seen a whole bunch of stuff on the news. I sometimes share it, but I don't try to talk about celebrities too much because it's kind of annoying, And they're just like us. They just have a lot of money. So I feel like if I talk about them a lot, I feel like I'm kind of I don't know. I just feel like I'm kind of like just talking too much about them. So now I piped it down. I don't really talk about celebrities that much. I just talk about current events because we've been in storms and all sorts of stuff. Since then, I've been talking about celebrities. I noticed it's been building up, like with the world. There's always some stuff going on and stuff like that. With entertainers, actors, models.
How do you feel about these males and what they are representing to society?
I feel like a lot of them. I mean, I've recently heard one of the rappers got accused for something nasty, so I was kind of like thinking, like, I feel like they're kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of hard because I feel like they're like playing both sides of the fence. And I noticed there's a big deal right now with the Christian entertainers, like males. They're trying to work with celebrities, like Christian artists. They call them secular artists because they're like both sides of the fence. So I feel like they're just trying to like work with them for some extra money, and I feel like they don't want to. I feel like they don't want to do what they do. Like the males in general. I feel like they want to like really be close with Christ because they act like they believe, but they really don't. Only on Sundays. And I recently found out like award shows. A lot of those males, they just get the awards just because, but a lot of them did a lot of dirty stuff to get to that point. So I feel like a lot of times they're just letting everyone know, like, I'm here, I'll do anything just for some money. And I feel like the males are really a big deal right now. The females, they play both sides, like they start off being like, it's a tomboy, then they start off changing. So I know it's from the males are a really big deal right now in the entertainment industry and in general in life.
Right.
Just these current events we're seeing on the news, So.
Which takes me, thank you so much, Victor, which takes me over to Dom. When it comes down to mentors, when it comes down to coaches and teachers and fathers, leaders and so forth, what is your observation? What are you seeing now? What are you possibly seeing in the future when it comes to manhood, males?
What I'm seeing is that there's a lot of people that are being used. Not that they want to be used, but if they want, let's say like that next paycheck, then they're going to have to do something that will get them into that point, that will elevate them so high, to the point where they won't be stopped or won't be affected really. So like a lot of celebrities, they're not a good example how to be a man, due to the fact that they have so many voices in their ear that is literally telling them what to do, when to do it, when you can do this, when you can do that. Wishy-washy really. It's like we can't be looking up to people that are not with us. But we can't be looking up to people that aren't great role models in society. And right now our society right now is struggling with going back and forth. What they see on TV, they want to be like. What they when they talk to people at school, they ask them, hey, did you see this? Did you see that? And it's so much and entertainment stuff involved in these sorts of things that it's like, what's the point? Like, why are you looking up to somebody that's, let's be honest, you're not going to be like them unless you really just
go all the way.
Practically that. Yeah, it's going all the way, going like full force. Then that's how our society, depicts manhood now. Yeah. That, like, if you want to be like somebody, then you're gonna have to do A, B, and C, and that's not how it should be. If you want to be your own man, your own self, you should look at what you like to do, but also have God involved, because God's the person not your person. God's the a figure that really helps guide you all the way through manhood. And then, but people don't want to do that because one, they're lazy, and they only go when they feel like it. Say like if something bad happened to family, I'm going to the church. But hey, maybe that wouldn't have happened if you were going to the church. You see, but people don't understand that. They wait and wait and wait. Like losing a job, like struggling to buy things. But if they wait until the last minute, until there's literally nothing left, where they're like, okay, God, I need you. No, start now.
Yeah.
While everything's good. Then really don't try to change that. Like start now so that you won't be struggling in the future, because God wants you now. Right? He doesn't want to wait till somebody's struggling with problems and things like that. So He wants you to repent sin right now, so that you are able to stay with Him and walk with Him in the glory of life. Pretty much. That's all I have right there.
Yeah, and I think of the same thing like New Year's resolutions, because I notice like they do the same thing with New Year's resolutions. They'll be like, I'll lose weight and stuff like that one time, and the next thing you know, they go right back to eating and all that stuff again. So I feel like walking with God is similar, because a lot of times New Year's are like, oh, be nice to everyone just for that one time, and I feel like that's how people are with God. They'll just be right with Him for that one day, and the next thing you know, be back on their normal self. And I was trying to help people on Facebook all the time. I even messaged this one kid that's in California, and he went back to his old ways again with the gang signs and stuff, and I felt bad. And he lived in the same area as we did, So I was like, I was trying to encourage him.
Okay, well, Royce, come on over. You can bring your chair. We're going to talk. The next topic that we're going to talk about, and thanks everybody for sharing too about manhood. The next topic that we're going to get into is, what is your view of women? Okay, what is your view of women? Because a lot of times what happens is that because there's such poor examples of men, they also have a poor perception of what women are to them.
Like dressing.
They have a poor perception of where they are to fit in their lives, thanks to the unfortunate dysfunctional programming of relatives, family, friends, and you all know the rest. So
TV.
Television, media. So share your perspective on how you feel, your thoughts about women, girls. Let's start off with Grace.
So, really, I think women are humans. Like, they should be treated the same way that men are. They should get the same amount of pay as men. Like, just because they have longer hair and they have different stuff going on with them, like, it doesn't mean that they should be, oh, yeah, you're a girl. So, like, and I've seen it at school. Some people will be all like, hey, no girls allowed. This is the boys' club. So you can go ahead and go play with your friends. Yeah. And I was actually a victim of this. I thought just because this one kid was playing with all these girls and stuff, I thought that wasn't right, and that he was trying to like get a bunch of girlfriends and stuff like that, which it wasn't true. He just had a bunch of friends that were girls. And then I have some friends that are girls, not like, oh yeah, you have a girlfriend and you should go and do some like I'm not gonna get into all the details, but like it's just sometimes people just treat women like they're just like an evil dog or something that's roaming around and killing everybody. Like if it was an evil dog roaming around killing everybody, and they were like saying, all right, don't go over there or it's gonna kill you and it's a bad dog or something like that, then I'd be like, okay. But then they're all like, oh, you're a bee or stuff like that. You're like it doesn't really matter what they are. They're still humans too. They have a heart, they have legs, they have eyes, they have a nose. So like they're not something different, like a new species, like a dinosaur or something. They're not like, if it was a dinosaur, then I'd be like, okay, but it's not a dinosaur. It's a human being walking around the earth and stuff like that. So just because they have different differences doesn't mean you can go around and just start saying all this stuff about them. It's just stupid.
Right.
And they treat them different too in the industry too, which
Yeah.
I've seen a lot. And it's a lot of stuff to go into detail about, but they're treated differently too. And the men just feel like, oh yeah, I'm a seeker, I can get all the girls and stuff like that. And then with the women, they're saying, yay, it's a girl. All right, now go back to the boys. It's just like women are just being treated. Now it's kind of going back in the day what they were doing, where they were saying that women don't have rights and things like that, which they have rights now at least. But like they're not being treated the same way because everybody's saying, oh, it's America, we should be equal, we have rights, and then they go around like a man, a black guy gets shot and it's a man. Oh yeah, oh we have rights. A woman gets shot. Oh, one day. Oh, we have rights. All right, let's go back to drinking and watching football all day. Like it doesn't make any sense why people are just not treating women the same way as men. And I think it's unfair and that they should get the same amount of pay. They should be able to get their own cars easily. And like all this stuff, it's just messed up what people are doing nowadays. And they're trying to say, oh no, that was the past. But the past is kind of going into the present now, which is not good. And I think that women should be free and they should be allowed to do stuff. And not, yeah, so it's just messed up what people are doing nowadays with women.
That's an interesting perception that you have. I mean, we hadn't even discussed these things prior to putting up the camera. And so for you to come out off the top of your head with such passion in your voice to, talk about these things.
Because I was actually thinking about this.
That's serious.
Yeah,
and thank you too.
Yeah, I was thinking about this earlier. I was just like, if I were president, I'd make a law that like women should get the same amount of pay as the men. Because like there's like when I don't see a lot of homeless women on the street, but usually they're homeless because they don't get enough pay. And like it's just sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. They're like, oh, it's a homeless man. They all in the movies too. They make it a homeless man. It's a homeless woman. It always kind of looks like a man. So they're like, oh, it kind of looks like a man there. So we're gonna have you get the money. But if it looks like a girl or a woman, then it's just like, okay, they're just gonna be the guys who look really good.
Yeah.
They're gonna be the ones that have like the tight dresses and stuff like that. And then, but if it's a homeless woman that looks like that, it's just like, let's go with the one that looks like a man. And then, an old woman. Oh, here you kind of look like
because they look a certain way. So therefore, but homelessness. One thing about homelessness is that it doesn't have a color. It doesn't have a gender. A person. A specific gender, a specific stereotype. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is that they'll have there are people who are homeless, but they don't look the part. You see, they look like us, but they don't have a place to stay, or they don't have enough money, or they don't have enough food, or they don't have all of it. There's just a lot of stuff that's going on with them. So homelessness doesn't have a face.